Hello, everybody. My name is Ladislav Rosenberg, and I will present you my contribution to this important scientific conference, a paper with the title Ayurveda, Integrative Part of Complementary and Alternative Medicine. In this way, I would like to thank Dr. Florin Bebechel, the organizer of this important international scientific conference dedicated to Ayurveda Day, for the invitation to participate with a presentation about the role of Ayurveda in modern medicine. Good luck to the participants in the success of this scientific event, which brings together specialists from India and Romania in the idea of valorizing valuable medical traditions for the prevention and treatment of various diseases. My first contact, my first informations about Ayurveda. I received the first informations about Ayurveda many years ago from my friend and collaborator, Dr. Solkoi Ivan, the president of Hungarian Ayurveda Association, who gave me a book about this old therapy. The book title was Indian Materia Medica, written by Dr. K.M. Nadkarni. I start my presentation with some dates about the history of Ayurveda. Ayurveda, the traditional Indian medicine, is based on an existence of 5,000 years, being the oldest therapeutic method known and used even today successfully, not only in India, but also in many other parts of the world. The first written informations about Ayurveda comes from the Vedas, where the Shankya philosophy, as well as the Rig Veda, contain several sources about it. In later times, famous doctors like Charaka, Sushruta, and others worked on Ayurveda and systematized its health and healing knowledge. The power of Ayurveda is based on its great clarity and simplicity and global understanding on the interrelationships between organic physiological processes and external factors such as climate, emotional states, and especially nutrition, which is seen as the key element in the disease health balance relationship. Today, in our days, about 2/3 of India's population uses Ayurveda, and it has its own ministry, Ayush, within the Indian government, which brings together traditional Indian medical trends. These trends are, first of all, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, and homeopathy. Unani and Siddha are not well known outside of India, but the rest, Ayurveda, Yoga, and homeopathy are used worldwide. Ayurveda focuses especially on the problems of physical health, diet, herbs used in the treatment of various diseases, and places an important role on massage. In the heart of the theory of Ayurveda is the concept of vital energy, inner energy, called prana, which is the original life-giving energy of the body and soul. Ayurvedic massage aims to stimulate the marble points by touching and using vegetable oils, among which the most important, the most recommended is hot sesame oil, which stimulate complex physiological process and promotes health. Some words about Ayurveda's view of disease, about disease. In the conception, in the philosophy of Ayurveda, disease is a process that begins with health. Health and balance change as a result of the environment, which can be in the field of mental activity or metabolism. The outside world enters in our alimentary channel, in gastrointestinal system, where it undergoes not mental, but practical digestion. And the materials of the digested outside world are incorporated into our body or provide energy, bioenergy. In the event that the digestion of the ingested material is incomplete, the improperly digested material enters in the lymphatic system through the intestinal wall, then into the plasma, and reaches all the cells of the body, our body, via circulation. Very interesting, very correct is the concept of Ayurveda about the chronic disease. According to Ayurveda, chronic disease are caused by the poison substances deposited in fat of the organ, of the body. The poison substance is broken down in the liver, which can lead to damage in the event of a heavy load. In our digestive system, if our digestive system is one of the sources, then keeping it healthy and in order is an important attribution, important task, and a preventive and therapeutic requirement. If we are in balance with the environment, then the disease process does not start after Ayurveda conception. So the real prevention is maintaining the balance by a healthy life. The most important elements in the process of metabolism in Ayurveda, after Ayurveda, are 1, the quality, period, quantity, and composition of the ingested food. 2, appropriate chopping of the ingested food. 3, adequacy and quantity of digestive enzymes. 4, the integrity of the absorption surface. 5, quantity, composition, daily distribution of metabolic products. So, on the one hand, what and how much we eat is very important. And on the other hand, the processing, absorption, utilization of the food we eat, and the emptying of remaining materials, of slag materials. Some words about what and how much we eat, which is a key element in Ayurveda medicine, in Ayurveda conception about chronic disease. The body's most important opportunity is to create balance with the food, with alimentation. The taste of food determines which dosa stimulates or inhibits. In order to maintain health, the daily meal must contain all flavors. The basis is on energy-rich food containing, for instance, carbohydrates, and also an important role have the spices, which give for the food special flavor like sour, salty, hot, sweet, tart, and bitter. The important role of different spices specific for Indian gastronomy for good digestion and good and proper health. An important role in Ayurveda is detoxification. In the case of reduced digestion and malabsorption, endotoxins appear, which are deposited in the fat tissue and modify the functioning of the internal organs and nervous system. Eliminating these toxins is the first step in treating chronic disease. What are the elements of detoxification treatment in Ayurveda, in the conception of this important medical activity? First of all, oiling and massage to release toxins. 2, heat treatment. 3, spatial diet, personalization of the diet for every patient. 4, increase emptying by using different medicinal and aromatic plants. Utilize medicinal herbs. Panchakarma is a complex detoxification process that lasts 1 or 2 weeks and use massage with vegetable oils, enemas with different vegetable extracts, hot baths, and purging. Very efficient. Panchakarma is a very efficient method for detoxification of the organism. In the next minutes, I will present you some important medicinal plants used in Ayurveda. Numerous herbs from the rich flora of India, very rich flora, spontan flora of India, are among the products used by this ancient medicine in the treatment of various ailments, different disease. I start with a well-known plant, medicinal plant, Aloe vera. It is a medicinal plant used also in Ayurveda, but used in a lot of countries, in a lot of parts of the world. The Sanskrit name of aloe vera is Kumari. In Ayurveda, they used stem, leaf gel, leaf bark, and root. The effect of the natural gel is slow and long-lasting. The extract has a fast effect, and the leaf bark powder is a strong laxative, purgative effect utilized for detoxification. Some therapeutic effects of aloe vera, of Kumari. Most important in the conception of Ayurveda, toxin removal. But a lot of researches about aloe vera established a good antibacterial effect against Escherichia coli, Staphylococcus aureus, Klebsiella, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and so on. An important antiviral effect against varicella zoster, influenza virus, Zika, SARS-CoV, very actually, etc. And also an antipyretic effect, expectorant, laxative effect, very important anti-aging effect, and dermatocause, good results in the treatment of different disease, various disease, skin disease, utilization in dermatocosmetology and in anti-aging, in cosmetics for anti-aging effect. Tulsi is probably one of the most important medicinal plant utilized in Ayurveda. Tulsi, known as the holy basil, the scientific name, Ocimum sanctum. This plant is very important in Ayurveda as a sacred plant with special healing powers. Modern researches has confirmed for this plant, for Ocimum sanctum, a good adaptogenic properties, which combat stress and a very important immunostimulatory effect. Another important plant it's a combination of three plants, medicinal plants, is Triphala, which is a mixture of three fruits specific for the Indian flora. These plants are Amalaki, scientific name Indica officinalis, Vipitaki, scientifically named Terminalia bellerica, and Habutaki, Terminalia kebula. We see here Amalaki, Indica officinalis, and in the next side. The other two plants which are in the composition of Triphala. These are Terminalia belerica and Terminalia gebula. The fruits of these three plants, medicinal plants, are dried in the sun and after, based on an old, very old Ayurvedic recipe, they are transformed into a powder which has a detoxifying effect on the digestive tract. This product, this medicinal product, prevents constipation and has a good carminative effect to combat, which combat bloating. Psyllium, it is also an important plant in Ayurveda, medicinal plant for Ayurveda, but also is a medicinal plant now utilized worldwide. Also in our country, in Romania, exists a lot of products, pharmaceutical products, food supplements, which contain psyllium seeds. Psyllium seeds derive from plantain, specific to the Indian flora, Plantago indica. These seeds regulate intestinal transit and fight against constipation, reduce appetite, which is very important in the treatment of obesity, and cleanse the colon. Psyllium, about therapeutic uses of psyllium. Psyllium reduces the level of cholesterol and triglycerides in the blood, and thus helps prevent cardiovascular disease. Also, these seeds, these medicinal plants, reduce the risk of diverticulitis and colon cancer and lowers blood sugar levels by playing an important role in controlling type 2 diabetes. Brahmi, scientific name, Centella asiatica. Brahmi, known as go-to cola, has strong adaptogenic effects, which provide support for the nervous system, improve mental state, and which is very important, improve memory. Recent research on Brahmi, on Centella asiatica, has confirmed that the Ayurvedic preparation obtained from this medicinal plant stimulate blood circulation in the brain and fight against insomnia, which has led to its use in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, problem which create very great problems in health and social, also in social system. And for Alzheimer's disease, don't exist in this moment an important, serious allopathic treatment. Neem, scientific name, Adizarachta indica, is a tree from the Indian flora, from which they utilize the leaves for their multiple therapeutic effects, like antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and for immunostimulating effect. In the last years, a lot of research demonstrate the anti-tumor effect of Neem in prostate, breast tumor, in melanoma, in leukemia. These are mainly mentioned in the literature, in the scientific literature about Neem. And very important, the treatment, the Ayurvedic treatment with Neem is possible to be combined with other anti-tumor treatment, also with allopathic or other complementary and alternative methods. This is very, very important in generally for all complementary and alternative therapies, the possibility to use in combination with allopathy or with other methods. Neem is utilized also in skin disease. Oil obtained from leaves externally are used for the treatment of skin disease like psoriasis, difficult the treatment of this dermatological disease, in eczema, acne, herpes, infection with herpes virus, in candidiasis, infections with candida albicans, and so on. It's an important plant, medicinal plant for Ayurveda. Shatavari, scientific name, Asparagus racemosus, is an adaptogenic plant rich in phytoestrogens, which are used for its action on the female sexual apparatus, being useful in premenstrual and menstrual disorders, but also in menopause, which is a very difficult period for the most part of women. Ashwagandha is probably one of the most important medicinal plant utilized in Ayurveda. Scientific name, Vitania somnifera. The plant is known as Indian ginseng, is perhaps the best known plant used by Ayurvedic medicine for the support male sexuality. This plant product is energizing and invigorating on the body, fights against anxiety, and strengthens the immune system. Immunostimulatory effect is specific characteristic for this medicinal plant, ashwagandha, scientifically named Vitania somnifera. Ginger, another plant, which Zingiber officinale, scientific name, is a plant used in Indian gastronomy, but not only in Indian gastronomy, is utilized also worldwide in different gastronomy. But it is not only a spice plant utilized in gastronomy, also is a medicinal, important medicinal. Ginger is an important medicinal plant because have a good stimulating effect on the secretions of the digestive tracts. Also, ginger, the products obtained from ginger fights have a good effect against nausea and vomiting, a good carminative effect, and a remarkable, a lot of studies confirm it's the anti-inflammatory effect of ginger. Turmeric, Curcuma longa, has many uses in traditional Indian cuisine, in traditional Indian gastronomy, but also a multitude of beneficial effects on health due to its antioxidant, hepatoprotective, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and anti-tumor effects confirmed by a lot of research, scientific research in the last decades. Some conclusions. In the treatment of various diseases, Ayurveda primarily aims to prevent them and promote health, which is a very important concept for the medicine of our days, for the medicine of the third millennium. It is important, in my opinion, it is very important to continue the collaboration of Ayurveda specialists from India and Romania for the prevention and treatment of different diseases and for improving the quality of life of patients. In this context, I announce my collaboration with two distinguished ladies from India, Dr. Nita Sharma Das and Dr. Sunita Singh, on the development of a book about the beneficial effects on health of various spices, an aspect also mentioned in Ayurveda. Thank you for your kind attention.